Today's MTG box analysis will focus on the opening of a Lord of the Rings collector booster box that took place on June 26, 2023. We'll begin by taking a look at the cards that we were eligible to obtain from a collector booster pack and compare that to the cards that we actually saw in the box. Then we'll review set coverage, coverage by rarity, and duplication. Then, to establish a baseline for value, we'll analyze the value of the set, then break down the actual observed value in the box both by foil and non-foil. Finally, we'll conclude with a summary. If you want to go deeper into the analysis and see all of the metrics for this box and more than 125 others, simply join the channel at the Give Me the Data level. Let's jump right in with a comparison of the cards inside today's box to the cards that we were eligible to see. Using this chart, we can see the non-foils we observed in green, the foils we observed in orange, and the cards that we were eligible to see in gray as the baseline. In the non-foil space, we saw 16 showcase, 15 borderless, and 13 extended art cards from the main set. We also saw 14 extended art cards from the commander subset. In the foil space, from the main set, we saw a variance of 4 cards among the primary colors of Magic, with white, blue, and green each having 12, and black and red having 16. We didn't see any extended art cards from the main set in foil, but we did see 4 from the commander subset. Moving into coverage, we saw 2 of the 8 non-schools in non-foil, giving us 25% coverage of the 8 that we could have seen. We also saw half of the showcase cards in non-foil, along with 15 of the 59 borderless, good for 25% coverage. The 13 extended art cards from the main set provided us with 25% coverage, and the 14 of 106 extended art cards from the commander subset gave us 13% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 115 of the 420 cards that we could have seen, giving us 27% coverage of the set. Our highest coverage among the primary colors of Magic was in red with 42% coverage. From the commander subset, we saw 4 foils out of a possible 106, giving us just 4% coverage of the subset. Pivoting to coverage by rarity, from the main set, we saw 44% of the commons and 47% of the uncommons that we were eligible to pull in non-foil. We also saw 23 rares for 26% coverage and 3 non-foil mythics for 10% coverage. In the foil space, we saw 50% of the commons and 26% of the uncommons, along with 19 rares for 13% coverage and 2 foil mythics for 4% coverage. In total, we saw 42 rares and 5 mythics from the main set. From the commander subset, we ended up seeing 10 unique non-foil extended art rares for 15% coverage and 4 mythics for 5% coverage. In the foil space, we didn't see any rares, but we did see 4 more extended art cards, 3 from our 12 packs and 1 from the box topper. This means that we saw 10 rares and 8 mythics from the commander subset, 42 rares and 5 mythics from the main set, for a grand total of 52 rares and 13 mythics in this box. In today's box, we saw very low duplication, with only 3 cards being repeated twice for a box duplication rate of 2%. Before we take a look at the value in today's collector booster box, let's take a moment to review the value of the cards that we could have pulled from the set. This chart shows all the cards that we can pull from a collector booster pack using non-foil market prices as of June 24, 2023. This chart does not include the Chase Surge foils or the 1 of 1 ring. Currently, the main set features 15 cards valued over $10. The 2 most valuable cards to pull are going to be the Orcish Bowmasters, which is valued at $23.26 in standard frame, or $25.31 in borderless. Then there's the 1 ring. Surprisingly, the extended art version, which is exclusive to collector booster packs, is the least valuable at $30.45. Next, we have the borderless, which is included in every single bundle, valued at $30.55. And then we have the standard frame, valued at $33.76. The set also features 25 cards valued between $5 and $10 and 55 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 333 cards are currently valued under $1. If you were to add up the value of all 428 cards using non-foil market prices, you'd be looking at a grand total of $666.68 in market value. Now, it is still early, so I do expect the value of these cards to drop at least 20 to 50% over the coming weeks as players and collectors get their hands on these packs and the singles market becomes flooded with inventory. Okay, now let's begin to break down the value that we saw inside of today's box, starting off in the non-foil space. I'd say we did pretty good seeing 2 of the 5 top cards in this box, with the borderless Orcish Bowmasters valued at $25.31 and the extended art, the 1 ring, valued at $30.45. We also saw 3 non-foils valued between $5 to $10, including 2 non-foil Nazguls, and 5 cards valued between $1 and $5. The remaining 36 non-foils in the box are currently valued less than $1. In the foil space, I think we did okay as well. We saw two more cards valued over $10, which were the Nazgul number 334, currently valued at $11.84, and we also saw Sauron the Dark Lord valued at $12.68 in foil. We didn't see any foils valued between $5 and $10, but we did see 5 foils valued between $1 and $5. The other 110 foils from the main set are currently valued less than $1. Now let's take a look at the Commander subset. In the collector booster boxes, you can pull up to 106 different extended art cards. Currently, 14 of these are valued over $10, with the top 5 being the Dead Marshes, aka Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth at $36.36, Glittering Caves of Algorand, aka Gemstone Caverns at $38.01, Paths of the Dead, also known as Cavern of Souls, at $41.14. Then you've got the Party Tree, known as the Great Henge, for $49.74, and Balin's Tomb, which is also known as the Ancient Tomb, at $55.43. The subset also features 11 cards valued between $5 and $10, and 26 cards valued between $1 and $5. And then there's 55 cards that are valued less than $1. In today's box, we almost struck out, only seeing one of the 14 cards valued over $10, which was the Buckleberry Fairy, also known as Oboro Palace in the Clouds, valued at $14.80. We saw one foil and one non-foil valued between $5 and $10, and 3 non-foils valued between $1 and $5. The other 12 cards from the Commander subset are currently valued less than $1. So how did this box perform? Well, I purchased this box through an Amazon pre-order for $349.79. The current market price for these boxes as of June 24th, 2023 is $437.36. Today's collector booster box contained 12 packs with 15 cards each, allowing us to see 180 cards plus a box topper. That box topper ended up being our Core Haven, valued at $5.27. The 59 commons and 12 basic lands are valued at an even $16 combined. The 45 uncommons are currently valued at $35.75, thanks mostly due to the 2 non-foil and 1 foil Nazguls. The 42 main set rares that we saw have a current market value of $68.50, and the 5 main set mythics are valued at $53.92. Add it all up, and the grand total for this box comes up to be a very disappointing $223.86 in market value, which is a loss of $125.93 under the price I paid. This means that I only saw a return of 64% of my purchase price in card value. Thank goodness I didn't pay the current market price. Now, for those of you interested in cards valued just over $2, the numbers look like this. In total, we saw 20 cards valued over $2 in this box, and they have a current combined value of $165.03, which means that those 20 cards represent 73% of the total box value. Now, in closing, this box was on par with the one that I opened up last week. In my limited experience with these boxes, you're likely going to see $175 to $250 in value, unless, of course, you pull a Surge Foil, Limited Print Soul Ring, a Serialized Soul Ring, or the One of One ring. As soon as that One of One ring is pulled, I anticipate that these boxes are going to crash pretty hard. I predict that they're going to fall below $300 a box overnight, because there just isn't enough here to justify that $437 price tag once the One ring is gone. Get early access to videos, download the analysis for every box open on the channel, and personally DM me, just like these fine people, all by becoming a member of the channel through YouTube or over at mtgboxanalysis.com. You'll find links in the description. Until next time, do something amazing.